Hey, Deanna, can you hear me? You can hear me, right? Okay, good. All right. So I know we're live. Um, oh, shoot. I think I might have frozen up a little bit. Let me see here. Connection. If you're on Wi-Fi, try plugging into the router. Okay. I think our Wi-Fi is okay. Might be a little bit, let's see, choppy. Give me just a second. Just so you know, right now, I haven't checked everything because we had a rough start, man, rough start. But I'll tell you why it was rough, and it's gonna be a little different on this one. Let me see here. I'm gonna try to move this over here. It's gonna be a little different on this show, man. And I can't hide it. I can't fake the funk on this, and not like I'm faking whenever I come on anyway. But um, my intention was to sign on at 6:45. That was my intention, and as things happen on this show, we're a 2-person crew, right? Just me and my Deanna. Most of you guys know that. And Dan, am I all right? Can you hear my voice all right? Am I too loud? No? Okay. Um, let's see here. Let me go to this. I will have to tell you that the intention was to sign on at 6:45. Uh, stuff happens. We're trying to work it out, trying to get stuff done. You guys know that whatever I do, I try to be as professional as possible. And Deanna and I put on a lot of effort. We did a presentation today for Shields for Kids. It was extremely successful. We're really happy, so impactful what it is we do with our organization, and it was just a wonderful thing to do to show people what it is that we do with Shields for Kids, and ultimately have the support that we had. We were with the Insurance Women of San Antonio today, and it was an awesome event that we were able to be a part of. So, intention. We did that. I worked on the Keepers of the Peace stuff. Crossing the T's, dotting the I's. A lot of stuff we're putting together, and I wanted to sign on at 6:45 to be able to express my feelings about this terrorist attack that took place today. And I will say, Andreas, thank you for joining us again. Wayne. So Andreas says, "Hey, what's up, Trini? I appreciate you, Andreas." Wayne Spencer, man. All right. Love that smile, dude. Badass ball player right there. What's up, Trini? I've got a jersey for you in Vegas. I do appreciate that, man. It always makes me feel really special when that happens, man. I don't collect a lot of professional jerseys or anything, and I like the jerseys I get from across the circuit, man. It's cool as shit to just join this circuit and to have in such a short amount of time, the love that I've been shown, and me and my family. So thank you for that very much, Wayne, and everyone else that makes us feel special and tunes in every week. Stu, I think you're going to understand this, brother. Stu, I'm going to keep you for our Keepers of the Peace podcast. I made that decision today. I chose to wear this honoring the fallen shirt that I have to tell you, I'm pissed. Robbie, what's going on, brother? Bobby, what's up? Bobby, thank you for tuning in. Mark Jackson, what's up? T, like the lid. Thank you, brother. That's our Keepers of the Peace lid, and we're gonna have some some of these out at the tournament. Andreas is asking, the terrorist attack. What the fuck? Yeah, man. Andreas says we've been dealing with the possible hurricane. Tommy, thank you for tuning in, brother. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna take a few minutes of y'all's time to just tell you, I'm not gonna get into politics. I've never been a political person. And, you know, uh, I love my country. I'm very proud of my service. And I don't get involved in a ton of, bad mouthing or anything. Um, I support, President of our United States, whether I agree with them or not, regardless of who they are. What I care about first and foremost is the safety and security of our country. And it hurts my heart today. It hurts my heart that, although we are in a war and that war is still going on, obviously, um, the loss of life is never easy, of course. I do remember, for those that don't know, I was in the military, and that when I went over to Saudi Arabia and I landed, it was a blacked out air base. And, when we got off the plane, we had our glow sticks, and you hear that this foreign language going on, you realize for the first time, we were always raised to appreciate, our country and our military, our police officers. It's the way I was raised. Respect for teachers, but of course, until you land outside of our country and realize the vulnerability, to realize the security you no longer have. No matter how you slice it, dude, until you experience something like that, you can't appreciate it in the same way. Not knowing who is your friend. Of course, we had all our briefings before we went over, but you don't know who's your friend. You don't know if at any point the person that's staring at you in the eyes is plotting and planning on you. And you realize that if shit breaks loose, and if there are kids, if there, I mean, typically we pretty good about our manners on this show, but it is a police softball podcast. So when you when you when you realize that if the ship breaks out in the United States, you run, and you can go somewhere, you can knock on doors, you can scream, you can yell, and you have a chance of somebody finding you, or hearing you, calling the police, maybe coming to your aid. I mean, there's a really good chance in the United States you're going to find something like that, right? And over there, when you realize there's nowhere to run, man, you know, can you go? It's when you realize that the um, the security and the safety that we have within our borders. And so, um, I am, I don't. All right. So, like I said, not going to get into it. I'll just say it's a tough, um, it's a tough withdrawal. That's all I can say. It's a tough withdrawal. And I think, when it comes to the criticisms of how it was all done, ultimately, I don't have the intel, anything like that. So I can't comment on anything other than what I see as a citizen, and I'm limited knowledge. And I will just say that it just hurts my heart, um, with some of the way, the maybe the tactics or the strategies. That's all I'll say. And I just think that, I mean, no matter what you get into as far as these suicide bombers, I mean, it's hard to defend from somebody who doesn't care about their own lives, not trying to get away. We know in law enforcement, somebody who's not interested in trying to get away, not hide any evidence or anything like that. That's a tough individual. It's a tough thing to stop. And ultimately, there's not a lot you can do. You know how it is sitting out there in our vest or in our uniform, and we're pretty much sitting ducks. Somebody wants to, that action is going to beat reaction. And so I just want to take a moment to, and I wish I'd have had more time to prepare for this, but I didn't even find out about this until just before coming on the show. So I wish I would have had something where I could take myself off the screen and have our flag waving. Something like that is what I would have done. But I'm going to take a second moment of silence and ask you guys to join me for the service members and the family that were lost today, civilians that were lost. And I think about those families that are awaiting that phone call, finding out, if their loved one was one that paid that ultimate sacrifice. I appreciate all of you who have ever served, who ever had loved ones who have served, sharing them with our nation. And I'll just take a moment, please, to think of them. What it's about right here. Okay. It is difficult to keep going on, but we do know that we do this podcast for the, it's our therapy. And I'm going to stick to this script, but I do not want anyone, and I know anyone that knows me knows I'm not just moving on. It's a difficult thing, but we're gonna do it. So, okay. All right. So, hey, I'll tell you what, we're gonna go ahead and start this show. Unfortunately, my partner in crime, Mr. Joe Monahan's feeling under the weather. I think this is his first show that he's going to miss. I don't think he's missed a show yet. But I've got somebody that I genuinely enjoy spending time with, as a huge supporter of everything that I do. Joe does. And of course, for the circuit and Special Olympics, you guys know him, Mr. Dan Mcintyre of Dynamax Sports. So I'm excited to be able to have him on. We're going to go and get this show on the road. Got a lot of information coming up on this week's episode. Just want to let you guys know that this episode is sponsored in part by SE Designs. And we are going to have, we were going to have Sal De Leon from Border Patrol. We're going to have him join us today, but unfortunately he was not able. I don't believe he was able to join us ultimately. So we are going to highlight his company because he has volunteered to create the shirts for the flag football portion. He is a flag football veteran in law enforcement circuit, civilian, puts on tournaments himself. And he said, man, I'm going to step up on this first tournament and I'm going to get these shirts provided for our team. So we're excited for that. SE Designs support one of our own. Be sure and check him out. I think we have his company logo. Let's see if we got it here. There you go. SE Designs. And so, man, we appreciate you, Sal. Thank you so much, brother. I wanted to have you on this week, but if you still can join us, send me something. But we need to do that test earlier, and if we can, we'll throw you on. Okay. All right, man. And let's see, we got some designs, but we're going to hold off on that. We're going to show his shirt designs and let him come on and talk about them. Let's see. This other part of this episode is sponsored by Elite Sports. Let me get over here. Y'all know Elite Sports. This is Carlos and Ryan Vega. Let's see here. Let me see. Give me just a second. Let's see. Oh, that's right. All right. So for those of you that don't know, I'll get to this. I'm having a hard time with this. It's kind of a weird show for me. If you don't know what's going on, I'm going to go ahead and play this clip, and that way you guys can get caught up. Like I said, I didn't even know. This just happened. So
this is an ABC News special report. Now reporting, David Muir.
Good afternoon, and we are coming back on the air at this hour because the Pentagon is expected to share with the American people at any moment now the scope of this American loss in Kabul after today's deadly terror attack outside the airport in Kabul. We know a number of U.S. service members have been killed, a number wounded as well. A suspected suicide bomber.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Gate.
Today, the briefing will belong to General McKenzie, Commander of U.S. Central Command. General, can you hear me okay?
John, I can see and hear you fine.
Thank you, sir. The General will have some brief opening remarks. He'll obviously address the events in Kabul today, as well as the evacuation mission and where we are and where we're going. Then we'll take questions. I will moderate the questions as we have done before. I will call on you. Please, before you ask your question, identify yourselves and your outlet so the General has an idea of who he's talking to. And just a reminder, we've got 30 minutes and we have a hard stop at 3:30. So with that, General McKenzie, over to you.
John, thanks. It's a hard day today. As you know, 2 suicide bombers, assessed to have been ISIS fighters, detonated in the vicinity of the Abbey Gate at Hamad Karzai International Airport and in the vicinity of the Baron Hotel, which was immediately adjacent. The attack on the Abbey Gate was followed by a number of ISIS gunmen who opened fire on civilians and military forces. At this time, we know that 12 U.S. service members have been killed in the attack and 15 more service members have been injured. A number of Afghan civilians were also killed and injured in the attack. Treating some of them aboard H. Kaya, many other Afghan civilians have been taken out to hospitals in town. We're still working to calculate the total losses. We just don't know what that is right now. Their loss weighs heavily on us all, and I'll talk a little bit more about that as we go through my prepared remarks.
So that's for those that don't know what took place. Like I said, man, if you missed the opening remarks, I just wanted to express my frustration, my anger towards the situation. Not a political show, and but I could not help myself with being able to at least say that, because I can't go on with this show and not at least tell you I'm pissed. I'm pissed, and I'm not going to criticize. Like I said, I got our commander in chief. Ultimately, I don't have all the knowledge. I don't have the intel, but I do have my feelings on the way some things, according to my perspective as a civilian with limited knowledge, were handled as far as our withdrawal. So I'm very bothered by this with our loss of life. You're going to have loss of life. I accept that. We all accept that, but I'm going to leave it at that. I just wanted to catch you guys up to date. Deanna, if you don't mind helping me just with some of these comments, as far as, because I'm going to be focused on other things, since it was a little bit of a rough start and I didn't get an opportunity to, to go at it, a little more thoroughly than I'd like to. So the other part of this episode is sponsored by Elite Sports. Y'all know them, Carlos and Ryan Vega. We are extremely happy about them stepping up like they have. And I'll tell you what, man, you guys, I don't know, are we going to show, Dan, am I supposed to show the bats now? Or am I supposed to show them later? Yeah? All right, let me see here. All right, let's see. Do I have them? Yep, there they go. So those are our Keepers of the Peace bats, right? But Deanna, you don't have the updated picture, do you? The live picture? That's how crazy of a day it's been. I'm going to send Deanna these pictures, and you guys are going to get to see these bats in all their glory. And I'm talking super cool, man. So, all right. Well, let me work on that here in just a second. Deanna, remind me, please, so I can show them those bats and how they look, because they are completed, and it's super special, man. They look cool. Very cool. So, hey, Elite Sports is providing the bats at our tournament, and let's see here. All right, so we're going to go on to the balls, because we had a recommendation on the balls, softballs, and what we end up finding out is that the World Series is going to be using a new version of the Dudleys, and so what we came up with was these balls, because these are the ones that are going to be used at the World Series. So we figured, hey, we're preparing for the World Series. Might as well use the balls that we're going to be using there. So Jeff and everybody decided that these are the balls that they're going to be using. So we're going to use them here in Waxahachie, here at the Keepers of the Peace National Softball Championship. So that's the ball we're going to be using. And the reason I bring up Carlos is because he stepped up and said, look, man, I didn't know there was a ball shortage. So it's tough to get these balls. The ZNs, I think is what they're called. Well, these, they're going to bring them up in the trailer. So I want to give a big shout out to Elite Sports USA and to Carlos and to Ryan Vega for providing those, man. And man, there's some great conversation. I hope I can get them on the show this next week, man. Really cool conversation that we've had. And I'm just excited. So, all right, let me see here. We've got, oh, you know what? Might as well bring them on now. And it's perfect time to do it. So you guys know, do we have the link, Deanna? We have the link there for, no, not yet. All right. Well, he's going to be bringing them. He's going to be giving you a link here to look for the, we got some gold gloves. If we got a picture of those gold gloves, Dan McIntyre is going to be my co-host. Actually, he's going to be on here in just a second. And he's providing these for us like he did for the Show Me Classic. He's providing these gloves for us for the gold glove winners for the championship team and the runner-up team. So that's a really cool glove, custom glove. I'm getting, well, I'll just tell my son that I'm getting him a custom glove. He doesn't know what it's going to say yet, but Dan's going to be working with me and we're going to get us him a custom glove for his Special Olympics softball team. So I'm really excited about that. I'm going to highlight that. Dan's going to have the price, which I think we've announced already, but he's going to have that price for us here in just a little bit. And he's going to have a link where you can go to order these gloves, man. Super cool. So Dan, thank you for that. One of the things that's happened this week that I noticed on social media was back to school. And I saw one of my teammates. I've seen a lot of back to school photos, and this was just one that was just super cool. So this guy's named Ricky. He's on our team. We'll show the other picture first. Do we have it? Ah, there we go. So that's little Ricky. And that's so Ricky works with Border Patrol. And when you turn around and you see little Ricky's not so little, he's 5 now. And it's his first day at school. And if you'll notice here, check this out. So this is really cool. If you in the video that we highlighted last week, little Ricky's in there and look what he says there on the bottom left. I want to be a police officer when I grow up. And if you've seen him, if you went to St. Louis, you saw him riding around on his bike. It's a police bike. He has all kinds of police gear on. So yeah, sorry, Robbie. He wants to be a policeman. We'll talk later about the benefits of being a fireman because firemen have a really good job. So yeah, man. So that was back to school photo. Let's see here. Stu Donaldson. Here's what I want to tell you, Stu. So Stu's joining us tonight, and I've said it for a couple of weeks because I really want to highlight this shirt. Of course, Stu, and that's what I knew you'd understand is I wore this shirt, obviously, today. It's what I felt in my heart. And of course, I know you agree. That's the priority, man, honoring our fallen. And I want to highlight you on Keepers of the Peace show coming up. We're talking about mental health. So I knew you'd understand. I wanted to send you a message, dude. It was tough getting on the air early enough to do it. So I apologize, but we will have Stu's shirt and that talk about mental health coming up here soon. Let's see here. Want to be able to highlight. Oh, you know what, Dan? Hey, man, did Dan get the link already? Has he sent it to you? No? All right. Let me get Dan. You know what? I'm going to introduce him now. And just so you know, Dan, check this out. Stu says, I'm going to go off the rails now that you gave D-Mac some airtime. So here is the man that Stu's talking about. What's going on, Dan?
Oh, that's funny, Stu. Hey, guys, what's going on? What's up, Trini?
Not much, man. Thank you for joining us. And you won't believe this, but I had Dan join on about 6:45. He called me. I told him, hey, about to go live. Joe can't make it tonight. Would you mind filling in? Just give a little different voice. He said, not a problem. So he's joining us, and I like the shirt, brother.
I'd stand up, but I don't have any pants on.
So normally you don't have a shirt on. So at home on podcast, you don't have any shorts on. I got it.
It's funny.
Let's see here. All right. So, and Deanna, if you don't mind, like I said, just whenever you get a chance, just check I see those comments coming in, but I can't keep up with them. Let me get back to this, Dan. Like I said, it's a little off today as far as the show, but I appreciate you helping me out. We're going to highlight this guy. So check this out. We've got Perry. Now, if y'all know Perry's with the Louisiana team, but check this out. The 2021 55 Major Rocky Mountain champions. You'll check this out, man. This dude is freaking. This guy is class
Right,
act. Class act, not only as a person off the field, but man, unbelievable ball player. Dude has racked up some serious championships here recently, and you'll see his team. I think he's got his winning shirts. Perry Gallo, man, he plays for Team Louisiana, but this is his team, Texas Bulls. He plays on a number of teams. Well, anyway, they qualified to be able to go to a tournament in Aurora, Colorado. This was, I guess, a qualifying tournament. They went undefeated, 5-0, and that's what it'll allow them to play in a prestigious tournament of champions to be held in Polk County, Florida, in February of 2022. So congratulations, Perry. It's a teammate of mine on Joe and mine's Louisville Slugger team. So seniors team, masters team, whatever you want to call it. But that's
pretty impressive.
Yeah, man. I think it's super cool. My dude's always showing out. Y'all know another guy on our circuit, and that's Mario Foster. And Mario, they just won a championship. I think it was what do we have here? A men's. I think we have it. Do I have it written down there, Deanna, somewhere? The description of the tournament. Well, I know that it's an upper division major championship. He wins quite a few in there is with Brett Helmer, but man, Easton is who he is sponsored by. And if you check this out, he just had a bat with his name on it. And they designed this one for him. So from Team Easton, it's Mario Foster, Agent 23. That's his new bat. And so I just wanted to give a quick shout out to Mario. That's his bat. That's a description of the bat. And so, it's a senior bat, ISA. So it's approved for both of those. So anyway, just check it out, man. Just wanted to at least highlight that and just show Mario doing great things out there for Easton, and they honored him with that bat. So, yep, it is. Let's see here. What do we got on the messages? Let's see here.
Well, I saw D Ward making a comment. Expected me to be shirtless, but I thought it was a family show.
I can't wait for D Ward to come up. I tell you what, D Ward, I gotta get that golf ball, man. I've been playing with it, but I don't want to lose that ball out on the course. So I use it in my backyard or my side yard, if you will. And I don't like to take it out on the course, man. I keep my SA Law golf ball that he had created for me that he gave at the last players party over here in Waxahachie, man. So I appreciate that, brother. And Stu says, congratulations, Perry. That guy's definitely en route for a Hall of Fame vote. I can tell you that. Let's see here. What's next? Let's see. So, hey, one of the things, Dan, that goes on with this, you know what, Dan? And go ahead and tell us that we got Dan's banner. No, we didn't have Dan. Dan came on like 10 minutes before the show, so we didn't have it loaded up. But Dan, tell everybody who you are, man, please.
I feel like I'm in the middle of a training class, but yeah, we could do that. So for those who don't know me, I'm Dan Mcintyre, work in a suburb of Illinois, just outside Chicago. I'm the manager, not so much a player right now, but more of a manager of the Midwest Heat police softball team. And like Trini said, literally about 6:50, I was getting back from the range, and he's like, "Hey, you want to jump on? I'm get ready to do the podcast." So here I am. Been around the game for a little bit. Police softball, like you guys all know, this is a really good opportunity for us to decompress and vent. I absolutely enjoy getting out there playing with you guys. Sorry, I'm gonna miss Waxahachie, but kids are in volleyball, so that takes precedent. But Vegas is coming soon. That's about it. I don't want to get too much into me here, Trini.
Well, I understand. I understand how that is, man. I'll tell you. I'll tell you this about Dan. If y'all don't know him, man, guy does a lot of wonderful things off the field, and we highlighted him multiple times on the show. And in particular, I love his work with Special Olympics. Near and dear to my heart with my son, who participates in Special Olympics. And so, man, you get an opportunity to buy from Dan when it comes to Dynamax Sports, dear. You need to do it. And unfortunately, this year, like I said, I always promote family first. anyone tells me on my team they can't make a tournament and has something to do with their family, there's no question. Families first. Softball is nowhere near that, obviously. But so, hey, Dan explained it to me about his son, and man, they couldn't make it down. But either way, point is that I truly appreciate this man that's on the screen. And thank you again, Dan. I'm going to share something with you guys real quick. Dan had a shitty day. He won't tell you, but he had a shitty day. Something happened today. It was a wonderful day for me. And then when we found out this news about this terrorist attack, I'm telling you, I'm out of form on this show. I really am. It's there. When we get off this program, I'm going to go and sit probably on my back porch or something like that. And I'm going to, might vent a little bit. But we both agreed that this show is a therapy. And this is something where it was cool because when Dan told me about what had happened to him just before this show, I said, you know what, dude? Perfect timing then. Join me on this show. Let's have our therapy with the people we love in the circuit we love and talk about the sport that we love in the comfort of the company of those that support us and understand us. So this is truly a therapy. And Dan, here's why I'm bringing this up, and it flowed perfectly into this. And Dan, I appreciate Dan Potter, I appreciate your comment. Police softball's greatest show on dirt. I like that, Deanna. Save that one. Very nice. Hey, this is what's cool about this, Dan. Check this out. I got a text message, and this message, as you can see on the screen, says, "Hey, brother, I just want to say thank you for doing the Police Softball podcast. As a relatively new coach, I actually learned a lot just by listening. I haven't missed an episode in over a year and hope to meet you in Vegas this year. So I'll just say Ant from Miami 5-0. And, whenever somebody posts something on social media or they end up, using a certain name like D Ward, I'm going to stick to that name, just so you know. But we'll look at this second message that came over, and that was, you are definitely, I responded, and I told him about how appreciative I was of his comment. And he said, you are definitely making a difference. Your story is inspirational, and I know some of the guys on my team feel the same. See you soon, brother. I'm going to tell you right now that messages like that, which I get often, and I don't normally highlight, but I get them often. I truly appreciate it because so much of my heart goes into this. Deanna's work goes into this. And those messages mean a ton, especially with my situation with the health, thing. When I know that I'm making a difference in someone's life, and he shared some other things with me that I didn't want to post. That tells me that I'm living my life with value, with purpose, and ultimately I'm doing something right to get messages like that. So I just appreciate those comments, man. And I think it's good timing with you, Dan. With this show.
You're 100% correct in that. And just so everybody knows, it's nothing medical, nothing bad happened to my family. Everyone's in good health. It's more related to something else, but again, it's nothing to do medically, health-wise. Just something. We all get in a funk once in a while. And literally, my entire goal tonight was to come home, hug my kids, say good, the usual thing, give them a hug and kiss, eat my dinner, grab a couple of tasty beverages, sit on the couch, and enjoy them. And it just so happened Trini gave me a call, and we were discussing some shirts for some upcoming events and discussing the fact that I haven't gotten him the link. I've needed to get him for the last couple of days. And he's like, why don't you jump on here? And, you guys, we all go through things on a daily basis, and especially, you coppers out there, because I'm sure there's some non-law enforcement folk listening. You go through a lot, and it's like stacking blocks on top of each other, and it can weigh down on you. You take the world on your shoulders and your job, on a daily basis, when you're dealing with, civilians seeing some nasty stuff, and then you're trying to help counsel some of your, coworkers, et cetera, and it can weigh down on you. And, just sometimes, life kicks you right in the crotch, and you pick your head up and you keep moving. But, sometimes that's hard. And a good thing to do is, like I enjoy these podcasts. I enjoy listening to everybody that comes on them. The comments absolutely they make me laugh a lot, especially when I used to have the mustache. Some of our folk up in the north enjoyed making fun of that, but that's a good way to vent. I mean, it literally worked out perfect, because otherwise I'd be sitting on my couch drinking what's behind my hand instead of sitting on here drinking it. And, it was just good timing, Trini.
Yeah.
So I
And
appreciate
that's why
it.
I say, man, that the value of something like this is so important, and it's so much further than what we think, so much more valuable than what somebody might realize. And ultimately, that's why I'd like for people to share the link to this YouTube channel, get them to subscribe and listen in, because especially with our Keepers of the Peace, man, we got some really special stuff coming up. And Stu, here's a perfect example of where I'm coming from with the mental health. This is an outlet, and I needed it. Because if I didn't have this show, I'd be sitting here and my wife would lose her mind listening to me, and I'd have to end up calling somebody, and I get all hyped up, and then, I probably wouldn't sleep tonight. But this gives me an opportunity to share my feelings and ultimately, be involved in something that's bigger than myself, and that provides me value. So again, man, what an awesome thing. And so let's see here. We got, the Facebook man. Oh, here's something that we want to talk about, Dan. So, we're going through, a little bit of a bump in the road with you, me, the way I'm feeling about this whole situation. And here we go with Thomas Eldridge. I don't know if you guys know Tommy, but we've talked about him, Connecticut lawman. He's going to be coming down. And I'll tell you what, we've got, he's got his grandson that's going through something. And I want you guys to be able to think about him and his family, give him his thoughts and your thoughts and his prayers. Thomas Eldridge and his family have had a tough couple of weeks. His 5-year-old grandson, Leo, has been in the children's hospital for the last 2 weeks. They gave him steroids to try to stay away from operating. He's had 2 blood transfusions along with 24-hour intravenous. Leo's response was, "Can I still go swimming?" He had colitis with lots of bleeding. Doctors are now looking to remove 80% of his large intestines. And so, when you think about that, and there he is, there's Leo, and this is him swimming also. There's a picture of him swimming. And I'll tell you what, Dan, what we're going to do is, Shields for Kids, we're going to be sending something to Leo, let him know that we're thinking about him. His family in blue, is thinking about him. And it's going to be something, really special I've been there with my son in the hospital. And I've had it done for me. I've done it for other people, and I'm happy that Shields for Kids is going to be able to do something for Leo here soon. And I know how special it is to be able to provide for kids who are in need like that.
To add to that, you had your beginning part of the segment, which I was on the range all day for a training class, learning the ins and outs of shooting in and out of vehicles, shooting around vehicles. A lot of stuff that I think would have been really helpful to have first day in the academy. Well, not first day, excuse me, but in the academy during the firearms portion. 16 years later, I got something like that. And, I was on the range all day shooting. On the phone, as usual, on my way home. And then I get home, and you're mentioning about what's happening. You're talking about what's going on over with our troops. And at that point, it was like, okay, what I got going on, it'll pass. It's nothing. It puts it in perspective. What's going on over there is nothing compared to what I'm going through. And then for Tommy's grandson, that even hammers it home even more. What I have that's clouding, just making me feel, down for the evening. It's nothing compared to those 2 things that you hit on today. And Tommy, I wish the best for your grandson there. I don't know what else to say, man. There's not much, I could do but just say some prayers for you.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure our whole, podcast here and everybody is thinking about you, man. So, just
what I want to do is want to be able to, we're going to send something from Shields for Kids, and ultimately maybe we can do a little something as a community, a circuit, to make Leo feel that love that we do, amongst our circuit, for our family within that circuit. So we'll get something going on there. Terry Dugan says, prayers and hugs your ways. Hey, I'll tell you what, Terry, there's a Marine right there. I know he's feeling it today. I know with Terry, the time that I spent with him, the guy's extremely passionate about anything that he's involved in. And I know this hits home with you, Terry. So, thank you for your service, and ultimately, like I said, man, I don't know if you were here at the beginning of the show, but this one's a tough one for me also. Tyler Wilson, my Canadian connection, is going to be making the trip down to Waxahachie. He says, "What's going on, boys? All the best, you and your families." And yeah, I agree, Audrey. I agree. All right, so we are going to now move on to. Oh, okay. We're going to do a recap. Now, Joe was supposed to help me with this. And so what I will say is that I don't know a lot about the recap. I know it's a Rundle tournament and a Rundle tournament. And so what I can say is I know we have some pictures. Deanna, you're going to have to help me out with this one. But I know we have Maximum Elite. Maximum Elite was the champions. No? Did we have them, Deanna, or no? She's giving me signals, but I don't know what she's saying. There you go, Deanna. Hey, everybody! Here's Deanna. She's with our Shields for Kids office, and she also helps me with this podcast. And just to give you a quick update, when you're at our Keepers of the Peace tournament and we have our raffle, that's our big part where Deanna's taking place with this. Helps me out with this in hopes that you guys come with some extra cash with all the stuff that we're providing in the tournament and putting back in the tournament. We're hoping that you guys come down and you'll be able to help us support our raffle for Shields for Kids. So when you're out there, we're going to highlight some of those prizes. But anyway, Deanna, what were you messaging?
I was just going to hop on to help you out a little bit because I have some notes
Thank
there.
you.
And I don't know if you totally understand my gibberish.
All right.
So from my understanding of the Anne Arundel tournament was that Maximum Elite won the upper division. I don't have any photos from Maximum Elite, but congrats to you guys. It's super awesome. I do have some photos of the lower division winners, which were Metro Detroit's finest. So I'm going to go ahead and hop off and put some of those photos on there so you guys can check them out and see what's
I don't know, Dan. I don't know. I think she should probably stay on and maybe tell us about them. I mean, shit, that's pretty good, Deanna. Jesus. All right. Well, let's show us the lower division champs. I wish we had Maximum Elite's photos, man, but we'll go ahead and go with the Metro Detroit.
So we can pop them on the screen, but
all right, let's do it.
I'm out of here.
All right. All right, let's take a look at some of these photos. There we go. Look at those guys. Very nice.
Tell you that Midwest Detroit's finest has been a tough squad the last 3 or 4 years. We're never pushovers, but man, they've just been tough to battle with. They can really hit the ball. A lot of the older guys have taken some reins and showing some of these younger guys what's up.
I'll tell you what, man, am I excited? I'm excited for this year because, guys, I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm doing the podcast, Dan. I don't know, but I'm seeing these different tournaments, and I'm recognizing. I didn't recognize a lot of teams before. Kind of focused on my team and what we're doing and all, and now I'm seeing these different teams, and then we go to tournaments and I see them, and it's like, man, these guys are impressive. You got I-80. These guys are impressive. I mean, it's just teams I might not have paid attention to, because even when we go to St. Louis or something, it's like I'm focused on my team, who we're playing, my guys, keeping things in order. And so anyway, that's when you go to Vegas, it's the best of the best, and you see everybody just freaking showing up with the whole year's worth of efforts going into Vegas, man. And so I'm excited for it, and ultimately, congratulations to these guys, Maximum Elite and Metro Detroit's finest. Yeah, man.
I can tell you that, Trini, with the changing of the times and dates for the World Series, there's a couple of us that are getting out there on Wednesday because we had our stuff booked prior to learning that. It's going to be really nice to get out there and literally be able to just watch the majors tournament. I usually, I get to see these guys around the Midwest, but I'm telling you, watching these, from what I understand with these West Coast teams and some of the East Coast, I think it's going to be a nice little showing out there when we get, a lot of these again, I'm a Midwest guy here. I'm in Illinois. I'm really looking forward to seeing these guys get on the field and just literally go at it. It's going to be some good softball.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm excited because, we're getting ready to talk about that Keepers of the Peace tournament, that we have here in Waxahachie. We got some special things lined up. I'm telling you, man. And, when you talk about the competition, and ultimately we're going to do that live broadcast from the fields with multiple angles, replay. I mean, it's a really neat thing. If you guys have never seen the recap of the Keepers of the Peace National Softball Championships, and again, we have something really special planned for next year. But if you haven't, we got a little promo kind of video. And we'll go ahead and run that thing now.
Yeah, hey, Nate Baez here, LAPD, 23 years, and I am a keeper of the peace.
Hi, I'm Officer Zach Biggs from Detroit, Michigan, and I'm a keeper of the peace.
I'm Wes from Denver, Colorado with Denver PD, and I'm a keeper of the peace for 6 years.
I'm Officer Cook with the Waxahachie Police Department. I've been there for 5 years. I am a keeper of the peace.
I am Trini Trinidad, a United States Air Force veteran and a retired 23-year veteran law enforcement officer, and I am a keeper of the peace.
I'm going to tell you, when we talk about therapy, seeing those SWAT guys make entry like that, it cracks me up every time. I mean, I had a videographer at the time, and I don't know, I guess I didn't catch that part of the video when he made it, when he used it, because oh my goodness, that thing cracks me up every time I see it. You got to pay attention to it, man. It's funny. It's good for a laugh every time we have it.
Those guys are definitely high speed for sure. I was on the range with them for the last 2 days, man, and I felt like the old man out there.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, when you get on a SWAT team, you definitely take pride in it. And, there's something that comes with that. And I'm happy to hear that those guys are keeping up our reputation. So, all right, Deanna, I know you're sending me something. There you go. Oh, so Deanna's saying there's a comment. Let's see here. Dan says, Maximum Elite's on a roll. They are. Dan, tell me, on that roll, tell me what they've done, man. If you remember, I don't know, trying to think of what other tournaments they've won or done well at, but ultimately, man, I have to have Dan on the show. Dan knows what's going on. You know what I mean? Perry Carter says, what's up, Trini? What's up, Perry? Let's see here. Thomas says, Trini and Dan and all the family in blue, thank you from the bottom of my heart for all those kind words. You're very welcome, man. Sorry for what you guys are going through. One of the feelings that really sucks is when you have a child, or, in your case, a grandchild, you can't do anything for them, man. That's tough, man. That's a tough thing to sit there on. You feel helpless, So Wayne says Majors is going to be epic this year. I'm telling you, man, I'm excited for that. I really am. I'm really excited. I don't know why, but I don't know. I guess maybe I'm appreciating it even more every year. And I think I'm starting to know the players more, and I'm starting to understand, more of the history of players through the podcast. And I think I'm just appreciating it more and more. So let's see, we got Terry says, Trini and Dan Potter attorneys have some goodies for the raffle heading your way. Yes, Terry. I'll tell you what, man. Dan, I'm telling you, it's like you, and now, my feeling with Carlos and Ryan Vega and Terry always, man, at the drop of a hat. And I hate asking. If there's one thing I cannot stand, it's asking for things. And one of the things I told Terry was like, man, I want to be able to provide prizes, even if it's just a little something, for that 3rd, 4th, 5th place team. And Terry, no hesitation, man, quick to say, let me see what I got. And so Terry's helping us out with that. He's going to help us out with the price. We want to be able to support, with him. Here's my thing is, Terry, even with these soccer shoes, I've told him I want to have these soccer shoes. Shields for Kids want to buy some soccer shoes for some kids in the area. He doesn't even want me to pay for them. I'm going to, but he doesn't want me to pay for them. Lockdown Sports, man, is a serious contributor to a lot of organizations, and they've treated Shields for Kids really, really well. So thank you so much for that, Terry. I truly do appreciate that, man. Very cool, Trini. All right, yeah, Terry. Sorry.
Terry does a lot, and it just goes to show you that a lot of the guys there's plenty of people in the circuit that are helping out everybody. But Terry, you're a good dude, man. Thanks for what you do.
Yep. Terry says Max won Tampa, New York, and Maryland. Holy smokes! Did they win West Palm too? Dan says, yep, they won the New York tourney as well. Wow. Holy smokes. I like those guys, man. Maximum Elite, they came down to Waxahachie, and man, those guys were super, super kind, man. And just everybody is. They stuck out. They're in one of our videos. And so, yeah, man, I like those guys a lot. That's impressive. I'm excited to see them. Let's see here. Albert Sanchez says, at Jay Garcia, you can't wear any other cap except Headbanger. That's Albert Sanchez. He's on my team. And Albert's a rep for Headbanger Sports. So we got to get those guys on here at some point, man. Dan, that's nice, Dan. Thank you, brother. I do appreciate that. I love that saying. I'm excited. Hey, so we're going to get into the Keepers of the Peace now. We got the flag football t-shirts coming again from SC Design, Sal De Leon. I can't wait to have the guy on. I mean, he's hard. He works during these hours. He tried to make the time this week, but he wasn't able to make it. But we definitely are going to highlight his company, SC Designs, for helping us out. Flag football teams are going to get shirts, champions, runner-ups, and the silver division, or like a drop-down division. They're going to be getting shirts from Sal De Leon with SC Designs. I'm sorry about that. So next week, we're going to highlight some more of that flag football. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to get into the Greet, Eat, and Drink event that we're going to have, Dan. So we called it a party, the players' party last year, but this year it's a GED, Greet, Eat, and Drink. And so we're gonna have some door prizes, man. So I'm telling you, this is going to be really special. When you show up to our Greet, Eat, and Drink, you're going to have the foods covered. So when you show up, you're going to be able to eat all you want. And everybody said last year it was great food. And so you're going to be able to eat all you want. They're going to have happy hour specials throughout the night. So they normally don't extend those past the happy hour, but they want to support us. You go in there, you're going to see that they're extremely first responder friendly. And so they're going to extend those happy hour drinks the whole night. And we're going to have some prizes. These prizes are not going to cost you anything. And so when you check out some of these prizes, we're going to announce a few of them now. So the first thing I'm going to do is show you this. For all you golf guys out there, do a little wood here, I don't know, kind of like a hybrid. It's a little hybrid golf club. It's a little example of what we're going to have there. I'm excited about somebody winning this, and I think it'll fit in a piece of luggage. I'm not too sure. If not, we'll help you out. We'll figure out how to get it to you. But check out these other prizes. Dan, I'm not sure what you've got for them, but let's see what you got here. All right, so we got wireless chargers. We got some Oakley tactical gloves. Let's see what else we got here. All right, so there we go. We got a Shields for Kids coffee mug. Really nice, man. The picture doesn't even do it justice. It's a really cool mug. And that's our Shields for Kids organization. Again, that's going to be something that you're going to be able to support when you show up to our raffle. You got a Biotex Backs the Blue coffee mug. Super cool, man. I mean, when people see these things in person, they always are asking, how do I get one? So I think that's going to be a really neat giveaway. Again, these are all giveaways. We're going to figure out what we're going to do when you get there. We might have a little something like, maybe make sure you subscribe to the podcast or something, but it's not going to cost you anything. That's the point. Biotex and Audrey, she provided these patches last year, limited number. This year she has them again. I think they're really neat patches. Super huge hit last year. Let's see here. All right, for the kids. So what we did this time was we said, you know what? Some of these dudes, they bring their families down, and it'd be cool for them to win a prize at the Greet, Eat, and Drink. And so they get to take it back to their child, so we got a little remote control type vehicle that they can have out there at the fields. We got a Fortnite gun for them. What else we got, Deanna? Oh, that's it. All right. Well, hey, listen, that's not all when it comes to prizes. That's just a few of the prizes. Oh, one of the most important things, Deanna, do we have that picture that I took in the office with all remember that? It was on the thumbnail, I think. So check this out, Dan. I'm going to make you really regret not being able to be here, Dan. No, not really. I know you got your family thing going on, but I'm just saying, if you could.
Here we go with the guilt trips. I think that's going to make me drink.
So check this out. This is on the thumbnail. This is a part of the prize package. Let's see. Okay, we're going to wait a little bit. So in that time, Mark Jackson, what's going on, Mark? I can't wait to go to California. I'm going to This guy sends me his golf outings, and there's this one course in particular that he plays at a majority of the time, and I can't wait to go down there and play it. So I'm excited about that, Mark. Mark says Leo is a beast. Keep being you, stud. You will get through this. Terry says, have headbangers come off their wallet, then, oh yeah, then good owners. Yeah. Hey, there you go, Albert. Terry's saying, headbangers, come on, man. Let's see what you got. So it'll be cool, man. I do want to be able to have them highlighted and, you know, be able to come out and see what the circuit's about. I know Albert explains it to them, but I like it, Terry. I hear you. Wayne says between Max Elite, Great Lakes, and the connection, it's going to be tough for the majors this year. They've been winning everything. I agree 100%. I'm telling you, man, I can't wait. Man, I'm hoping we're there, so I'll see it firsthand. But ultimately in the majors, man, we've got some great teams. Whoever wins this year, especially if it's not, Wayne, to your point, if it is not one of those teams, that team that wins it is going to have a end of year celebration like no other. I mean, that would be a serious accomplishment, man. Those teams are rolling. Let's see, Deanna, what do we got? We have that one yet? Yeah, thumbnail. All right, let's bring it up. Let's see. There you go. Check that out. So we're going to be giving away. Is this for the raffle, or is this one for the, it's kind of, we'll see how it goes. But what's going to end up happening is at the Greet, Eat, and Drink, which is separate from the players party, we're going to be giving away cash. So we'll have some of these things like that speaker that you see there, Bluetooth speaker, fits in your luggage for those of you guys that are traveling. But ultimately, man, we got cash giveaway, and that's going to be taking place there at the Greet, Eat, and Drink. So Biotex, my beautiful wife Audrey with Biotex, is going to be sponsoring a cash giveaway. So it's going to be good, man. You got all those prizes plus more prizes along with a cash giveaway. So that's going to be really neat. So I'm excited about that. Again, you don't have to pay anything. You show up. You know, we may ask you if you've subscribed or not, get a ticket for that, but it's going to be cool. Now check this out, Dan. We've got something really neat that's going to be taking place at the players party. Now this one's going to take place on Friday night. Friday night, we're going to Big Al Max Down the Hatch. Now, Dan, do you sing karaoke?
I do.
Well, if you would have been at the karaoke Keepers of the Peace Big Al Max National Keepers of the Peace Karaoke Championship trophy is what we're going to do. And this is sponsored by Dallas. The Biotex Dallas Fort Worth franchise. And check this out, man. Look at this trophy that they're going to get. So all you guys that are all about singing, when you show up, you're going to have an opportunity to win this trophy. Now, we're going to have it inscribed on the bottom, but we are going to have a karaoke contest at Big Al's Down the Hatch on Friday night. Well, is it, let's see. So Thursday. Yeah. Friday night at Big Al Max Down the Hatch. They're excited to have us. It's what they do there 3 nights out of the week, karaoke. So it's going to be really interesting to see how this works out. I'm really excited to be able to see that.
That's Friday night, right?
Yep.
Let's see if I got any games going on that night. Let's see. Yep, that's the first of 3. You know, maybe I could remote in.
I was just gonna say, maybe you send in your submission. That'd be pretty good.
I have an entire DJ set up in my basement.
Nice. Hey,
Yeah.
I pull out. I got speakers, microphone, and all that stuff. So me and my family, we do the same thing.
Yeah, I got 20-inch subs down there with some other big speakers.
Oh,
I could do weddings if I wanted to, bro. I'm just not good at talking.
Well, it's going to be interesting. I'm excited about this
Sounds like a
karaoke
blast.
competition. It's going to be good. It's going to be really good. Now, for you guys that are showing up, Stu, you are responsible. I don't know. I haven't been able to see the comments as much. Let's see. Jay says, Dan, 16 caps versus Bert, 5. Jay buys caps from me all the time. In fact, I got to put an order in, Dan, for those the blue ones with Dynamac with the SA Law back on them. I like those, man, and I need to order some new ones. So,
Jay, you've probably got more hats than I have now of mine. I appreciate the support, brother.
Yeah, man. Well, so check this out. Stu requested a home run derby. It wasn't in the plans, but we're doing it now. This is what you can expect when it comes to the home run derby. Let's do this. And we got something really cool from the home run derby.
If you can hear it anyway, we have the home run derby contest. If you want to sign up for it, it is right here under the Shields for Kids tent.
Anybody tell you
There's a shot.
it's going way too far? No,
All right, brother. How'd you feel on that round?
Old.
when it falls apart. The prophets and the praises told you, but you covered your
Nice.
Must be the pork and beans you ate 2 hours ago.
ears, and now the end is near. Gonna tear it all down. Gonna tear it all down.
So Arnold plays for SA Law. Badass. On our team, new recruit. How long you been with us now? 2 years?
Going 2 years.
Yeah, going on 2 years. So he's done a great job of being a team player, but stepping up, not only with home runs, but also with the singles when we need them, you know? So, hey, what did you have to do yesterday? Was it windier?
Oh, a lot windier.
Yeah?
A lot windier.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now it's free swinging, and hopefully everything will go out of the park.
Battle till you bleed. Prophets and the preachers warned you, but you waited too long, and now your chance is gone. Gonna tear it all down. Gonna tear it all down. Gonna tear it all down.
Holy smokes, I was coming out to try to get one from the other angle. Great job, boys. Holy smokes. Whew, is that it? Is that it? All right, man. Well, congratulations, Jerry.
Appreciate it.
Tell you what, what'd you get on that one? How many?
I only had to hit 4.
4?
So I think I got 4 out of 6.
Damn.
So.
And how many pitchers were on that second round?
He still had 4 left, so he got 6 pitches.
Oh, you ended it early. All right.
Got to
Man.
conserve that energy.
Yeah, man.
Just trying to represent us old guys out here.
Yeah, man. Well, congratulations to you, brother. Our,
Appreciate
what is it, 2020 Keepers of the Peace National Softball Championship Home Run Derby champ. Damn, that's a lot of words. Yes, he is. Yeah, he is.
46.
Very nice,
I
Indio.
think the next guy's about 18.
All right, man. So where are you from?
I'm from Miami, Florida.
All right. And your name was?
Eric Rodriguez.
All right, Eric. Well, I'll tell you what. You came out here and you performed. What'd you feel about hitting on this field with the wind coming in?
Ooh, that's a tough one, man.
Yeah?
Yesterday was pretty windy, but today's I think a little easier day, but it's good. It's good wind. It's good to hit them out.
Yeah, man. I'll tell you what, very impressive. I've never seen you hit before, but that was impressive, man.
Thanks.
Great job.
We appreciate the opportunity and the tournament that you and Joe put on. Big shout out to you and Joe. Everything was top notch. You speak about the camaraderie. It couldn't be better. Couldn't be better. Missouri Law, SA Law, we're all family. And, it was a privilege to hit against this guy.
Oh, yeah. Hopefully,
Shout out to my pitcher, Andy. It's all about the pitcher.
Yeah, it's like a great opportunity, awesome tournament, and it was an honor to be out here, first of all. And you know what I mean, so, nothing better than police softball.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, thank you, and it was an honor hitting against Jerry.
Excellent, man. Congratulations,
Yes,
boys.
All right.
There we go.
I thought
Hey,
you fell
man.
asleep for a second.
Oh, no. Nope, not tonight. Be a little tough time going to sleep with
Tell you
everything going on.
That Jerry, and you saw Beal's comment, he won't be around this year as he took another job. That guy can literally hit the ball out of any park you put him in.
Dude, I'm telling you.
That
I was going to
stadium
comment
tournament
on
we
that.
held. My God, he was hitting the ball 410 feet. Yeah, absolutely ridiculous power. Old guy, come on now.
Jerry's something different, man, and I'm happy that we had him, serving our country along with Moses. And I'll tell you what, when that dude hits a line shot, I'm talking liner. It doesn't go very high at all, and it's out. Dude hit some serious softball, man. And I'll tell you, So we got Jerry that took a position that was, a position that bettered his family's, a financial, position, if you will. But ultimately, man, he told me he's really missing it, man. That was like his major problem with making that move was leaving the softball circuit. He goes, dude, it wasn't about being in law enforcement as much as it was missing what it was that we had when it comes to our circuit. So, Jerry, we wish you well. And again, Justin Beal, thank you so much for tuning in, brother. Justin's putting it out there. He's saying, Justin's putting it out there. I mean, I'm excited to be able to see, the Oklahoma team show up. And I'm excited for this home run derby. And Stu, I thank you for suggesting it. It's tough during a tournament to put the break in there and ultimately to have people man the field and shaggers and all that kind of stuff. But when Stu asked for it, he got it. That's what I'm talking about, right? So, yeah. And I want to say it one more time, man. I'm missing my co-host, Dan. I've had Joe on this show every episode. And so I'm very happy to have you as a co-host. And I just think about my boy because he told me, he goes, dude, my face is freaking killing me. He goes, man, I was like, yeah, it kills me also. He goes, but, he was hurting. I think it's allergies is what I think. But Joe, missing you, brother. I am. I think miss my boy.
You're my boy, Blue. One of my questions is, you're watching Jerry hit those missiles out, and I'm just trying to figure out why you picked Andy and not Joe to pitch to him.
Andy Sides. I was going to comment on that. Andy Sides is another gentle giant. Oh yeah, well, good. Do it. Do it. Man, I gotta keep Deanna. Remind me to keep that picture at all times on our podcast, ready to go with Joe climbing up on top of Nolan Ryan's shoulders. Yeah, that one I want to keep on. But man, I'll tell you what, Andy, that's another gentle giant, man. Huge dude. Oh, there it is. All right. Check that out. That is one of my all-time favorite. You think I'm kidding? Check this out. Hold on. Check this out.
What did you do?
That's how much I enjoy. Bring it up again, Deanna, please. That is how much I enjoy. Look.
Did you have it put on a magazine cover?
I will frame that thing. You know what I told Joe? Not to get too deep, but I'm dead serious, Dan. On my deathbed, I don't want to be in a hospital, right? I want to be in I built my house and I built my bedroom. If I have an opportunity, I want to be in my bedroom. And I want to be able to have that view out from my bedroom. And I want to be able to have pictures. You know what? Nail all the pictures up. Audrey, you can patch the holes when I'm gone. Should be good. Got a little insurance and a little stuff that you patch the damn holes up, but hang these pictures up. And one of the pictures will be Joe. That picture right there, what you just saw, will be in view of when my time comes. I'm telling you, man, I've never look at that. There you go.
Hey guys.
Dude, I'm telling you, if y'all know Joe Monahan, you will not see that kind of smile very often. He was so happy. And I'm just so excited to be able to have been a part of that. So anyway, it's really cool. Let's see here. All right. So Andrea says going to miss Indio out there. Dan says Jerry would hit it out of Yosemite National Park. It's no joke. True. Justin says Jerry has such a strong, violent swing. You really miss him in the police circuit. I think he fits better in a 3-hole spot as opposed to a city manager job. I agree. Man, you do not mess around in that city. I'm telling you, he's going to handle business. Jay-Z. Hey, Jay-Z, what's going on, brother? Jay-Z says Jerry is a monster. Said he will still be in Waxahachie to hang out. He is coming down, so I'm excited to be able to have him down there. And Dan says,
sorry, Bob.
No, you're good, man. I was just going to say, Dan says, let's see more of Joe's golf swing. Deanna, next episode, that's in there. Thank you, Dan, for that.
I was going to say, if he's going down there, maybe whoever the winner is of the home run derby faces off against Jerry.
Ooh, you know what? That is a wonderful idea. So we kind of make it like a exhibition kind of thing. You know how in the World Series we have like the pros come down or whatever? Let's take last year's champion if they'll show up and like, all right, so whoever won this year, they win it. They take the title. But maybe we do a little exhibition from last year's champion just to kind of see, I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see how that goes, but I like it. All right, so let's go on to the next thing. All right, so hey, what you need to know, all you coaches or people that are listening out there, we have a registration form. So you need to make sure for flag football and softball, you need to go to our link. We're going to have a link in the description, and you got to fill out this form. And so what we're going to do is we're going to have you input your information, and ultimately, let's see, it's only for the coaches. Only the coaches have to do this, and enter your guys' information in there. And so it helps us to be able to, on the day of the tournament, you don't have your guys sitting there in a line waiting. A lot of guys show up late. They're running late to the fields or whatever. Man, fill this thing out. Help us out. Get your team registered. Give us the names. I mean, hey, if you got to add somebody, you got to delete somebody, it doesn't matter. But take the time, fill this thing out. And ultimately, man, we got all your guys on the roster. They show up. We check them off. Show us their IDs. They're on the way to the fields. So they get their band, their personalized Keepers of the Peace band, and they're on their way to the field. So make sure that you have to do this. You need to do this for registration, right? Yeah, you got to do this to register. If you don't, man, you're going to be sitting there. You're going to be holding up the line. You're going to be that guy, and your team's going to be that team. So please register on this registration form. All right, so now we're going to get to the bracket reveal. Deanna, we're good? Bracket reveal? All right, so let's see here. What do we got? Let's see.
Drum roll, please.
Yes, that's right. Let's see here. Dan says, let's just see more. Hold on. Take it easy, man. Take it easy. Damn, Deanna.
It wasn't me.
Yeah, I know. Deanna has a lot going on. Always has a lot going on. Justin likes it. He likes that idea of bringing Jerry back, just a little exhibition kind of thing, But yeah, we'll have to work.
I love it. Confirmation that my idea was good. Justin, you just made me feel great tonight.
And I just had confirmation of my co-host. Great idea, Dan. All right, so now what we're going to do is let's bring this bracket up. So we have our bracket. All right, for the next week, we're going to have the bracket reveal for the flag football also as a part of the show. We have a lot of great things. In fact, I want to be able to bring on Carlos Vega from Elite Sports to be able to talk to him for a little bit about Elite, and then ultimately, show that bat. I mean, I'm telling you, that picture does it no justice. You're going to really enjoy it. But let's do the bracket reveal for the Keepers of the Peace National Softball Championships. We're going to go with pool number 1. Let's do it. All right, so pool number 1 is going to be Great Lakes, Mikan. I'll tell you what, this is the team to beat. They're the defending champions. Jay-Z, I know he's watching. These guys are entertaining. You got Wax back there creating all kinds of softball signals. He tells me that the pitcher and everybody else understands his signals. I still have not confirmed that, but whatever they're doing, they do it right. So we got Great Lakes, we got Team Texas, hometown team, and they're in a little bit of a rebuilding, but they're always tough. These guys have no quit in them, along with the Connecticut Lawmen. I'm excited to have Tommy's team here, and so this is going to be an interesting pool 1. I'm excited. And by the way, Joe helped me, or not? Joe didn't help me. Joe created these pools, and I really appreciate him taking the time, because I thought about what he considered making these pools, and he put a lot of thought into it. So thank you, Joe, for that. All right, pool number 2. Minnesota Lawmen. Ooh. I saw Minnesota in St. Louis, and those dudes are always impressive. We got a team with a bunch of big names in the circuit, but I was surprised, and I say surprised because maybe I only paid attention to the offense. But these guys have some serious defense. I mean, I was impressed with. I didn't. Our team was in the tournament in St. Louis, so it was hard to go around and just watch. Maybe I ought to do that one time, but I was playing. But the few times that I got to see, the Minnesota Lawmen, man, I saw some serious defensive plays. Awesome defensive plays. We got Lone Star out of Dallas. It's a culmination of multiple agencies, but mainly out of Dallas. So Lone Star, Danny Torres is going to be there. And then we got Detroit PSC making that trip. So we got Detroit and Houston Hustle. So this one's going to be interesting. I'm excited about this one. I think it's really fairly distributed. Joe did a wonderful job of thinking it through and putting these guys all together. So we'll go to pool 3. San Antonio Law. Well, you know what? I like these guys. If nothing else, these guys are good guys. A great team when it comes to the camaraderie and they got some pretty good looking dudes on the team. We got Jonathan out there. You got Eric. Eric's got all kinds of veins coming out of his forearms. These guys are all good looking team. If nothing else, we're going to win the best uniform photo or something like that. We got Oklahoma coming out, Justin with his boys. I'll tell you what, Oklahoma Steph boys, NACSF are impressive. And everybody's talking about, man, where are these guys coming from, and all. It's going to be a really neat thing to see these guys, bunch of baseball players still trying to, get their timing down when it comes to the hitting, but it's going to be impressive. NorCal Reloaded. I was so happy to see NorCal in this one because those guys have impressed me. I've seen them. We played against them, and there's no quitting these dudes. And so I'm really excited to be able to have them. And when I saw them sign up for it, I was like, man, I'm just really honored, Dan. I'm really honored to be able to have these guys make the trip down, and like a lot of these teams, and trust that we're putting on a top tier tournament, a quality tournament. We have some of the best in the circuit coming out, and it's just a very big compliment. I'm really excited to be able to have those guys. United KC, Brad, and here's what I'll tell you about United KC is they've tried to make the trip. They're kind of like our team. It's difficult to get together and to put it together, get everybody on the same page as far as like being able to show up. You got, different jobs, different schedules, vacation type stuff. They've wanted to come down, and they're finally going to be able to make it happen. I'm excited to have United KC down here, man.
That's good. They're a good group of guys to play against.
I like them. And I'm excited to have them. Let's see here. Pool 4. Oh, the Missouri Lawmen.
That's going to be a tough one, too.
This one is going to be interesting. So Missouri, of course, my boy Joe and everybody on that team, great group of guys. I've got to know them really personally, and I love that they gel the most that I've had the experience to play with. As far as that came across the wrong way. Bunch of policemen on this show. I got to watch my words. I've had the opportunity to take the field with them. And those guys are really great guys. I'm really excited that they're coming down again. They always are supporting, and I'm happy to have you guys again. We got the Houston Heat. Houston is impressive. We've talked about them before. I think these guys are sleepers. As far as people on the circuit, I know what they got. I'm excited. But these guys are sleepers, I think. I think they it's kind of like our Texas teams. We don't get to go travel as much. We're not as much in the spotlight. But, I see them, and I see them performing and showing up to tournaments, and that's a team to watch. Oakland PD, I'll tell you what, Dan, with Oakland, when I got their invite, or not their invite, but their confirmation they were going to show up, these guys stuck to their guns, and it's kind of like I am. They're hurting for guys. They didn't back out. And what I think is really neat in my tournament is I will recognize the fact that people showed up, even though they may not have been their strongest, they still held true to their word. And not because any team that had to back out, like there's anything wrong with that, because you can't. But these guys were on that verge of 9, 10, and they ended up sticking it out. And I can just say that I truly appreciate the effort that they made. And I think they're going to do something that is going to surprise us. So I'm excited for Oakland PD to show up. Thank you guys for your support and ultimately for being able to stick it out, because it was at the last second and they were like, man, we're hurting, but we're still going to make it happen. So thank you guys for that. Texas Fugitives. This is a new team. Dan, nobody knows about them on the circuit. And it's going to be interesting to see how they handle the bright lights and the environment. I think they're going to do well. But they are a new team. They just started playing this year. I think the Police Olympics in Texas was their first outing and didn't fare so well. But it's like I told them, I said, like Jesse, their coach, I was like, hey, man, he wasn't discouraged, but I was just like, hey, man, you're just starting up. You're coming out. You see everybody in the matching uniforms, which they had nice uniforms, but they see everybody in the matching uniforms. You hear about these teams, give it a little time. And ultimately, stick with it. You guys are going to do well. And I'm excited that we created this podcast to be able to, I was excited to be able to have Texas teams join. And that's what the Fugitives are. So I'm really excited to be able to have them show up. Houston Heat, by the way, was our lower division champs from 2020. And I wanted to be able to highlight that because, thank you, Deanna. Houston Heat, we had 30, 31, 32 teams last year. So we were able to have an upper and lower division this year. Everybody's going to be mixed. So I think it's going to be interesting to be able to see how this fares out with this different format. But like I said, please don't forget, we got something special planned for next year. And so you're really going to enjoy what we have. Oh, I know. So let's see here. Dan's got to go. He's got his boy. He says, off to watch my boy play high school football. Y'all take care and be safe. I'll see y'all in Vegas. Very cool, Dan.
Later, Potter.
I gotta need a picture of your son, man. That'd be cool to see him in his uniform. Jay-Z says, D-Mac, remind Trini you are the official outfitter of Great Lakes when he's claiming top uniform title for San Antonio.
I'm going to have to abstain on this right now, but I do have to say that Great Lakes team does have some sharp uniforms.
They always do. And I think there's some supplement sponsors for that team. I'm just saying, they all are in great shape. Jay-Z leads that.
They're definitely not on the Midwest Heat Bush Light diet, that's for sure.
Oh, look at this. Dan, you know this guy. Trip says, hello from UTSA. Sorry I missed the last podcast. I'm a king, so I was doing king things. Wow. Wow. All right. I got you, king.
Oh, boy.
Trip says, go support the Keepers of the Peace tournament. And he says, this is your son in case you forgot. I know me being gone has caused distress because you don't have me around. You have, son. I miss you. He's Danny's off. He's at the college dorm and he's loving life, man. I don't know what time he's going to sleep. I don't know what he's doing with his money to a degree. Let him have a little bit of freedom, but man, this kid, once he left, he was like gone. It was quick. So I know he's doing well. So, hey, let's check it out. Game times. Check out these game times. All right, so here's the game times. Keepers of the Peace National Softball Championship. We're going to start at 8 o'clock. These are your games. So we got our games going on at 8, 9:15, and 10:30. We got 11:45 for the last three. And then we're going to have opening ceremonies on Field 1. Field 1, we're going to have our sponsor Biotechs. They're going to be labeled. The fields are going to be labeled with Biotechs San Antonio, Biotechs Austin, Biotechs Dallas, Fort Worth. We have Austin, Houston, Dallas, and San Antonio. So you're going to be able to identify the fields by that. And then we're going to get you guys out of there. 4:30 is going to be the last game. So 5:45, 6 o'clock is when it's going to end. You all will be able to go out, participate in the karaoke contest. Then we're going to bring you back on Saturday at 9. So it's not too early. We're going to start you at 9. And I think we're going to have let's see. So we got 9 championship games at 4:30, if game at 5:45. So it's going to end a little bit earlier than last year, so that's awesome. Y'all are going to be able to go out and enjoy the night. But the home run derby, do we have the home run derby, Deanna? Yeah, here we go. Let's see. Home run derby is going to be taking place. Let's see here. Deanna, do you have that home run derby? Okay, she's getting it. She gave me the sign of take it easy, dude. All right. So field number 5, which we'll label later, and Friday at 2:30 to 5 o'clock. So Friday from 2:30 to 5 o'clock, that's going to be the home run derby. So make sure you register. We'll head out to the fields. We'll have that home run derby contest, and that'll be you'll get the label of the field at that point. So Dan, that's it, man. That's it for our show. I appreciate you joining us on short notice, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it, Trini. It's always good to get on here, and just so you know, I got that link up for you, and I also created a discount code for anybody listening to the podcast.
Nice. Well, can we bring it up?
Sure.
Let's bring it up, Deanna. Let's see here. So what we'll do, Dan, is next week when we have the show, we're going to bring up that link. We'll do it all over again. Sure. Make sure that everybody gets that at the beginning of the podcast, and ultimately we'll be able to order that glove. You know, if they want that custom glove, to be able to have that thing ordered. And I want to show Tripp's glove, because I know you'll be able to do a mock-up and be able to show it. Hopefully we can do that before the next podcast and show them. So,
well, we'll figure it out. We'll get on the phone.
Hey, Dan, sorry for what you were going through today. No reflection of anything, other than, and I know that, it doesn't matter what we have as far as a reaction that's political or whatever. All I will say is I absolutely love who you are and what you stand for. And so it's a tough time, but ultimately, man, you keep doing what you do. And
I appreciate it, Trini. Thanks.
Yeah, man. All right, let's see here. Stu says, can't wait for Waxahachie. I can't either, man. We're going to have you on that Keepers of the Peace podcast. Stu, let's see. Deanna, can I add you to the stream? All right. Where are we at? What's that link? Do we have it?
I can pull it up. I can pull up the link, but I don't have it pulled up right now.
Dan, can we do it next week?
Sure. Yeah, no problem, man.
Okay. All right. We'll do it next week.
Same bad channel.
Yep. That's it. Hey, Deanna, thank you so much for your work. I know it was unusual this time, it was different, but thank you. And you working with me and helping me to feel good about, last minute kind of thing, and along with everything that was going on with our troops overseas. So thank you, Deanna.
Yeah, no problem.
Dan, stand by for me. Don't hang up.
Sure.
But,
I got to say one thing. It is hard being Joe Monahan. It is not easy.
Guy's something else, and ultimately makes me feel really good. I mean, this is his first time, and he was really hurting. It's the only reason he missed it.
Yeah, thanks again for having me on, bud.
Dan, thank you. I appreciate you and all you do, not just on the field, but off the field. Okay?
Thanks. Good night, guys. Yeah,
man. Stand by. Hey, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Again, please pray for our troops and their families. And I'm extremely saddened with everything that's gone on, but ultimately, let's just make sure that we think about them in our everyday lives. Those guys who have out there serving, doesn't matter what their jobs are. Ultimately, they signed up. They signed that blank check to our country, and they knew what they were signing up for, and they were willing to pay that ultimate price, and they did it today. So God bless our troops. And thank you guys so much for tuning in to the Police Softball Podcast. This is Trinidad. Don't forget, man, I got your 6.